Greetings, peace and blessings. Asafo Hakishakur. I'm here. The name of this piece, I'm going to be addressing the issue of the Afrocentric conscious community failing black people. I've been, currently it is October the 14th, 2013, and I really have become quite disturbed with the lack of growth and development as in the Afrocentric conscious leadership. What I found throughout my years of being conscious and Pan-African is that many people simply do not learn, and they have too many barriers to their own progress. Many, for the most part, have come from really dysfunctional backgrounds, and there is not an element of personal development and personal responsibility and accountability. There seems to be this excessive blame other people and everyone else for everything that is going on in our communities, and nothing could be further from the truth. I absolutely, being one who is well studied in the power structure, I do recognize that from a global and historic perspective that things have happened that have put us in certain positions to be undermined and to be less than on certain key indicators, though I found it really appalling that many individuals whom lack personal development in terms of their projection of a future for us as a people have failed to position themselves and our people to do the basic things for nation building. And there's other elements of Pan-African conscious and Afrocentric community that continues to look at history by itself as as Amos Wilson would say, a static condition where we are trying to recapture every aspect of community based upon these historic notions that have no relevance to us today. And I think that it's certainly damaging. It's certainly damaging to us as a people to continue to listen to these leaders. And most of these leaders who are now looking at me now as if they're retarded. I mean, they're looking at like something's wrong with me, when I, for the most part, have organized and attempted to reach out for those that can do things to truly empower our people and change our conditions. It's really sad that many of these individuals that you all listen to, they have no vision and experience, and they don't have a proper track record to be able to immediately make the transition to those tangible solutions that are gonna do the basic things to build us. So they rather keep propagating these, non-relevant practical lectures that do not lead us to anything practical. So, and you have some that actually think that they're being practical, but they're so disconnected from the true builders. They're so disconnected from key institutions in our community that you absolutely must go through. You absolutely need to have some connection, some type of affinity to particular individuals, and we should, those of us who are conscious on any level, should be connected to these individuals to implement certain key strategies. And this is why, for instance, I'm writing a book, co-authoring a book with Mr. George Fraser, author of Success Runs in Our Race. Susan Taylor, former editor of Essence Magazine, and Dr. Randall Pickett of The Apprentice, because I recognize that you have to connect the dots to certain key people that are doing particular work. And so in my networking and outreach and attempting to bring resources to our community, there are just certain key people that have a certain level of history behind them and a certain level of track record that are needed. Now, many conscious Afrocentric community, they may not see these people in terms of their consciousness and their contribution or their abilities to contribute. See, because most individuals, they're looking at someone putting their fist up and talking about the government. You know, you don't talk about the government enough, or you don't talk about Africa directly, or you don't say the words Pan-Africanism, or you don't wear certain types of clothes. And I have all kind of different types of clothing and I dress however I feel at a particular time, or whatever I have that's available wherever I'm at. So, you know, it's really sad and scary that many, you know, of you are following these different types of leaders who have no great picture, but you're watching these things on YouTube, showing up for these lectures, and falling further and further behind when those of us who have practical solutions, you know, like for instance with Organo Gold, which is our fundraising campaign that we're implementing. You know, I have Brother Hakeem Muhammad, Shabazz Muhammad with me, Miss Macabre, you know, some key individuals in Baltimore, and so we're getting things done. You know, we have a strong team, and things are happening. And so those that want to be a part of something that's going to be successful, should, you know, switch and recognize the new leadership for the day, and that's in the form of Safo Haki Shakur me. So you know, I say continue to check out my videos, and for those who say, well, brother, you don't lay out no solutions, I lay out key things. Just keep paying attention. I have enough books that I've advised people to read. I've advised people to show up at different events. But if you want to stay a slave, you're going to stay a slave by yourself, because, you know, I'm moving proficiently towards self-development and survival. And you can check out part of my piece, Survival in the 21st Century. I do have a 1-hour presentation that I did, and I'm available. I will be doing some more in the immediate future, but the book will be out next year. And of course, you can support the Organo Gold operation at this particular time, buying the various types of products. So let's build. Peace.